Hello there.
Hello, people from the other side.
Are they from
Hello
the other side?
the other side.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why we are doing this video.
She.
We are doing this video is because I recently noticed something. I like doing these videos on YouTube, but for some reason it's a bit hard for me to start new ones, and especially to do it constantly. So I thought I should share the process of how hard it is for me, since we only see like success stories and stuff. And I brought a guy that I think it's a bit more of a success story, so we have like two sides of it, you know. Basically what I learned myself before the pro talks now is one, well, it doesn't have to be perfect to start, you know. What's the quote? You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So that said, this is an imperfect video. Welcome to an imperfect video with an imperfect
I think it's perfect.
light. Well, that's like, it's another story. It can be like a
I look
question of
awesome.
perspective.
You look awesome. That's great.
Oh, thank
right?
you. You
That's
never
perfect.
said that to me off camera.
But the viewers are watching, you know, so we have to say that you look
Okay.
great.
Okay.
trying
So
to
that's
be a
one.
gentleman.
Thank you. Thank you. He's my brother, just in case you don't know. That's that. Second, that I learned that it's great to motivate you to start things, is that you don't have to do things alone, right? So in my case, I brought the person that I know starts most things, you know, and is best at this, and it's a person I feel comfortable with. So this is my incentive and how I push myself. That said, Laidi, is like you know, he has started things since a kid, like famous forums, blah blah blah, startups, everything, you know. So since you're so good at this, tell us some tips, Laidi.
Well, first of all, you should take the turn on holding the camera,
Okay.
because like it's tiring, you know, it's
Okay.
very tiring.
Yes.
Well, tips, like first of all, I think you shouldn't take it too seriously.
I'm not taking it seriously.
You
obviously.
shouldn't take it too seriously. Like I know it's counterintuitive, but you always shouldn't take things too seriously. You should treat them more as experiments, and play with them. You know, play with it. Whatever you're trying to do, just play with it. Don't think too much about it. Sometimes it's good to think about the outcome, but because sometimes it motivates you to start something, but not think about it too much, because then you start thinking, what if I do this, and what if I do that, and what if I do that, and what, like,
And you end
how
up
it's
not
gonna
doing
end
it.
up, and you end up not doing it
Like
at all.
me, for example, like so I had this idea it would be funny, since I'm not starting to make a video about starting, right?
Yeah.
And my instinctive was like, directly, since I like to do things well, I like to understand things, like
Yeah.
why I do them, and that's a good thing. But like when you overthink it, it just leaves you without. And the first thing I did was like directly like try to Google how can I start, you know, like study, and then I was
Which
like,
is awesome. So now people are
So-
gonna Google for you.
yeah. No, but like it's okay to Google and stuff, but you know, I was like off the second. I was like, okay, so if I'm doing a video about starting, I have to do something that it's not perfect and not studied, and so yeah.
Yeah, so just start, you know, just start, and it's really, really important. You just don't have to think about it sometimes, and something that's preventing us all the time is all this thinking that we do all the time. Like, what if I do that? What if I do this? What if I do that? So just do it, you know, just do it. Like it reminds me of that funny video from Shia LaWolf, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
Like she's like, just do
do
it,
it.
you know, like just do it. So when I go back at everything I start, I never think about it. Like I just do something very, very simple. And if it's a complex task, like for example to do a brochure, a beautifully designed brochure about the newest presentation that you have to do, like when you think about it as a whole outcome, sometimes it's very difficult and it's very heavy in your mind. So I try to do something easy first, like for example, break it down.
Easy, yeah.
What is the easiest thing I can do? Like when I think of the brochure as a whole, it's, oh my god, I have to do the design, I have to do that, I have to do that, I have to do like the script, the writing, and all these things. And when you think of that, doing them all together, it's heavy. But if you think
Yeah.
about doing it just like, you know, like start writing something, like what's gonna be inside it, like the table of contents, you know, just something very, very simple.
Yeah.
And
So bring it down like to easy,
yeah, just easy
doable targets, steps.
Yeah, like Tony Robbins, I can hold this now. Like
I'm free.
like Tony Robbins, for example, says you have to chunk it down. You know, like when you when it's like eating a burger. It's a huge
Yeah.
ass burger, you know, and you're
And-
trying to eat it all at once. You're gonna choke, you know.
Yeah.
But if you just cut a piece of it, you know, and eat it.
And
Not
eat
that
it.
I would eat it like that, but anyway. It,
Who eats a burger?
I know.
Let's cut the burger.
Anyway, like let's suppose like if you eat just a bite, it's easier. That's the same thing with doing other
So
things.
just imagine your whatever you want to start, your dreams, your new skill. Just imagine it's a burger, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Good advice.
I
Perfect
know.
advice.
I think also, isn't it like? I mean, you wouldn't know this because you don't have troubles with starting things, obviously. Not that I'm the
no,
worst.
sometimes I do as well.
Not I'm
Sometimes I procrastinate as well. You know, like.
But like I think also before all these tools that we need to start things, we also
Yeah.
need to, I think, be honest with ourselves and understand why we are not doing. Like for me, for example,
true.
with this video, I was like, okay, let's be honest with myself. One, I'm not 100% sure. I'm about 90 something that I want to do videos in YouTube continuously.
Yeah.
So even if it's like a 2%,
Yeah.
that you're not convinced about it, I think uncertainty is a big reason why people don't start things. And I think it's okay to start things even if you're uncertain, right?
Exactly.
Because you can discover during the way.
Like I
you're
said in
not-
the beginning, it's
perfect.
you have to treat it as experiments. Don't think about it too much. And the good thing that you mentioned right now is the why.
Why,
Like sometimes when you want to push yourself to do things in a constant basis, like if you have a job or whatever that is, then you know that you have to do that.
Yeah.
Understanding the why you're doing it is really, really important. Like what is juicing you up inside? Like what is that thing that like makes it matter so much, and once you understand the why, it's really, really easy to get yourself to move, like and with what I do with my business and my presentations and everything that I do, all the jobs that I do, I try to remind myself all the time like why I should do this, and I give myself reasons why I should do this and why it's really important. And even if I don't have reasons, but I know that I have to do it, I create the reasons. I find them,
Yeah.
So
You just have like no fear. Like for example, also I feel like to start things because you don't
Exactly.
feel I have to be responsible.
Yeah, like-
as in if I do this I can't
Yeah, exactly.
undo it. You just
Yeah.
start without thinking so
no,
much
like,
of the
and
outcome.
this is one thing.
differently from me.
This is one thing that a lot of people do. They think too much, but they think too much about the outcome. And what's gonna happen if I do that, or what's gonna happen like if 10 people see it or 100 people see it, are they gonna think bad of me? Am I gonna give value to them? Like, is this valuable enough? Is like so many things they think about,
and
They-
like asking these things, if you focus so much, you'll
yeah,
not do it.
you'll not do it because
You don't
you're
feel
gonna be afraid,
competent and confident enough.
exactly, you're gonna be afraid. Everybody's afraid to start something new. Like for example, a few months ago I started this I started this email marketing, starting emailing subscribers about different topics, me
Yeah.
personally, so using my name to write and talk to a lot of people about different topics. But the list is now 50,000 people, and that's a huge number.
Not
Like yeah, but that's a huge number because like if you're sending a message to 50,000 people, you are afraid. Like, am I giving enough value? Am I doing this right? Like, there's always this moment, even when you're pro.
Yeah.
Like there is always this moment that you think about it. Like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Am I
gonna
giving the right value? The moment you start thinking about it, that's the moment you stop doing it. Sometimes you just have to get it out there. Don't think of the responsibility. Don't think about
Exactly.
how people are gonna feel. Like, just think about what you want to share, what's your message, and just do it. Like, give it
Because
out.
often, like, when we do start things based on others' perception, how will they, see us? And this is not
Yeah,
our primary intention why we do
Exactly.
things. We have to stay true to that and start true to that, not influenced on what others would want.
Yeah.
Because I think if you start on that step, then you're gonna be lost during the way, and you're gonna be not starting, honestly what
Exactly.
you want to start.
exactly.
Okay, so, well, some other question. We talked previously before about a specific tool that helped me also. Do you want to talk about it here?
Yeah, I guess, like, the point is here, like, people underestimate fun, and I think you should make things much more fun, even mundane tasks, even boring stuff. And how you can do that is just by, like, I think, do it like this. First of all, think of yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How exciting is this specific task for you? And after doing that, just think about how can you increase this scale. If you are a 3, how can you put it to 5? If you are a 5, how can you go it from to 7 and to 8 and to 9 and to 10? So what I do specifically, if I want to run, for example, I just I listen to music, because I don't usually do that too much, but I listen to audio tapes.
I do that.
I listen to audio tapes so that I can educate myself while I'm running. I do 2 tasks at once, and it makes it more enjoyable for me. And then I like to look at the scenery as well, just so that I can make it more pleasurable for me.
Exactly.
So I just do these steps, and I think about these steps so that I can make it much more pleasurable, whatever the task is. This is how I do many things that I don't like to do, and I make them.
And for
I make them
example,
likable.
And for example, since he told me this too before, I for example as well have sometimes that I'm not being so active and running. I don't specifically love it. I do like it with music, but it was not enough for me to start. So how could I put it to the scale 10? I like to do these videos. I wanted to show you an example, so I used the video, which you're probably gonna see me running now in the lake, just to prove you right. And I used that to make it like totally fun, and I liked running. I felt good, and now I'm doing this video. So yeah, this works.
Definitely.
I guess this is it.
This is it.
There's probably
Start more things, and just get things done. Like, start the thing that you have been putting aside for so long time. Just do it. I wish for you this year to be an awesome year coming
We
ahead.
do wish you that, yes. And start, you don't need the end of the year, because we're sometimes, stereotypes. Wow, new year, this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
You can start whenever. You don't need the first day of the year, the first day of the month, the first day. We're now on 20-something December, end of the year. I don't even know the date, what it is. But we're doing it because, I'm doing it. He would do it whenever. Because I thought, I don't need to wait. I started getting more physical. I started doing videos because I don't need to do it when New Year's comes or when a specific date. Let's do this, let's start whenever we feel like it. And that said, tell us your stories, if you apply one of or relate with one of these tools that Laidi and I talked about, or if you have some other tools of what are you not starting that you could use, anything. We should share more, I feel,
Yeah, definitely.
We don't need to be perfect only to share our stories and our tools, because this is how we grow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so have a new year and have fun and, start awesome things. I can't wait to see. That's it.
Bye bye.
Ciao!